Some of you may not know my past, but I wanted to share it with you so I could help somebody else if somebody is going through something. I was born in Seoul, Korea, and I was adopted when I was 5. I was in an orphanage. I don't quite know how long I was there, but I do know that my birth parents had given me up. And my adopted family, I thank God for them because they wanted a little girl and they wanted one that was not a baby. And obviously I wasn't a baby and I was 5 years old when I came. They didn't go to church very much. There was some church hurt in my family, and so I basically went to church on Easter and Christmas. I would think about God though. I remember when I was young, I was probably around 8 or 9 years old, and I would go for walks in the neighborhood and I would look up in the sky and I would think to myself, God, there's got to be more to life than this. And I really started seeking God. I would go to vacation Bible school all by myself, and then after a while I just got bored and I stopped going. In high school, I remember I was dating, pastor now, he was my boyfriend at the time. A backslider was telling him about the end of the world and how we were all going to hell. When he told me, I literally just started crying because the thought of hell scared me to death. But God has a plan for everything. And I remember telling Art that I said, well, why don't we just go to the church across the street from where I work? And he said, no, my friend's gonna tell me where to go. And what happened? It was the church across the street the entire time. And today I can tell you, we are pastoring a thriving church at the International Church. In Isaiah 44:21, it reads, "Remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. I have formed thee. Thou art my servant, O Israel. Thou shalt not be forgotten of me." We need to be really careful because the enemy is always watching us, always finding out when we're alone, when we're weak, and he gets into our thoughts and he tries to convince us of things that's not even true. Jeremiah 1:5, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." So I want to encourage somebody today that if you feel alone, if you feel rejected, and maybe sometimes you feel like maybe nobody loves you, always remember that God is literally looking down on us and waiting for us to call on his name, because he has adopted us and he is our Father. Even though I didn't know who my parents were, and I don't know why I was given up and put in an orphanage, but I do know that God loves me and God cares for me.